what you are willing to do to advance in life. Are you willing to drop everything? Are you willing to make sacrifices? What are you willing to do to get to where you really want to be? So what we were talking, I was talking about a person that I know that had a decision to make. He has a nice home. He has a good job. And he lives in a certain city right now. He's got a nice home, a good job, and he lives in a certain city. An opportunity was presented to him, but the opportunity was in another city. But if he took this opportunity, he would have a better job, and which would enable him to buy an even nicer home. He didn't do it. As I was talking to my friend about, man, why didn't you do it? He said, hey, man, because I'm comfortable here. I'm all right with this. He said, man, my job, it's all right. He said, my house is cool, man. It's a little small, but it's cool. And I like living here, man. I got some friends. I got some family here, this city right here. I'm going to just go home and stay here. End of conversation, Steve. I know you're going to try to talk me out of it, but end of conversation. So I stopped talking to him. But when I left him, I was sad. I was so sad for this guy. And it never, ever stopped bothering me what he said. He said, I'm okay here. I'm going to just stay here. My job, it's all right, man. This house, it's a little small. But the city, cool. I got some family and friends. It's cool. I know you're going to try to talk me out of it, Steve, but I'm good right here. But that decision he made really bothered me. Because, man, I'll tell you why it troubled me so. Because I said, wow, here's a guy that I know who done looked over the fence with me, man. A dude I grew up with, man. We used to ride our bikes, sit on the steps playing That's My Car when they came by. This is the same dude, man. We used to ride our bikes and act like we was riding out the country. Me and my dude, man, we always talked about doing something big. And when the opportunity came, he froze because he was comfortable. See, he was comfortable with his all right job and his house that wasn't really big enough in the city of friends and family that he had. He didn't want to go to the new city. He didn't want the job that paid more. He didn't want the opportunity to buy a bigger home because it would have taken him out of his comfort zone because he wasn't comfortable in the new city. He was comfortable in the current city. And he had just worked himself up to say, I'm okay with my house the way it is. You can be okay with the house you're in. You can be okay with the job you can be okay with the car you're driving. But if opportunity presents itself to become great, there are three things I'm about to give you. And all three things say the exact same thing. I'm just saying it three different ways in case you got to hear it the best way you need to hear it. These are all three the same thing. Just which one fits you best. You can't get there if you never attempt to go there. One more time. You cannot get there if you never attempt to go there. Same thing, different way of saying it. You can't go if you never leave. My father used to say this to me all the time. You can't go, boy, if you never leave. You know, man, you can't go if your feet don't move. You just can't. You can't go if you don't leave. Where you going if you don't leave? If you don't leave, you ain't going nowhere. You got to leave something to get to the next level. The next level requires you to leave. The next level requires you to go. You can't stay right here and get over there. You cannot, man. Here's the third way to look at it. You have to leave if you want to grow. You cannot grow staying there. You cannot expect to grow if you're unwilling to change. If you're unwilling to change, you cannot expect to grow. You can't. Y'all, let me say them to you again. You can't get there if you never attempt to go there. Maybe that's the way you like hearing it. How about this way right here? You can't go if you never leave. You got to leave somewhere to go somewhere. You can't go be great and stay the same and not be willing to change. I ain't changing. Oh, well, bro, you what? What do you mean you're not changing? This how I am. No, man, growth requires that you change. Last one, you have to leave if you want to grow. I had to leave Cleveland to go become who I am. You may have to leave your city. You may have to leave your situation. You may have to leave your town, your job. You may have to leave a relationship, but you're going to have to leave something if you want to grow. You ain't going to grow and hold on to everything you got. That's not how it works. Those are my closing remarks. Think about it.